to Tara. Hey, Tara, how are you?
My first time calling, so I'm really
Oh,
excited.
I love that. What's going on?
So I have like a classic case of will they, won't they, but with someone I
Uh,
first met through like work and like in a friendly capacity, so kind of outside of box theory. I met him at a new job earlier this year when I first started, and there was definitely a vibe off the bat, but found out he had a girlfriend, so kind of backed off. Plus, we weren't living in the same place. And I ended up moving there a few months later, going into the office more. We became better friends. And like long story short, him and the girlfriend ended up breaking up like a few months later. He confessed his feelings for me. We went on one
oh,
date.
amazing.
I
Great.
kind of pumped the brakes because it was like right after his breakup. And so I just kind of continued on like going on other dates, but wasn't really over him. And then so fast forward a couple more weeks, vibes were still like clearly not just friendly like we had tried to kind of say that they were. He kept trying to tell me that he had made a mistake and wanted to ask me out again because he's the one who kind of put the pause on it the first time. So
Mm-hmm.
we went on another first date, I guess you could say, and he met all my friends. He shared his location. Like we haven't even slept together yet. This is all like kind of recently happening. But
Okay.
then super pulled the energy back and has been like very just like hot and cold and kind of flaky. And I feel like given our history and the fact that we're friends and the level of feelings, I'm at a point where it's like we either need to just be dating or just kind of stop since we're in this
Right.
weird in between. But anyway, I want to get your thoughts and advice since it's like friends but coworkers and a little messy but also not really, and
Yeah.
just on how
So,
I should proceed.
yeah, sure. So you feel like he's pulled back
hmm
and so do you, let me ask you this. Do you even know what you want? Because I kind of don't hear it in what you're saying. Like, do you want to date him or you're not really sure? You're just sick of the back and forth.
I think I definitely want to date him.
Oh, you do? Okay,
But
that's good.
yeah,
That's good to know.
yeah.
Um, okay, so I think we should take the non-toxic route. I'm going to be so honest with you. There's 10% of me that wants to take the toxic route and just be like, just ignore him and he'll come running back, which I'm not going to do because I'm trying to become less of a toxic girly. I think that given that you've been friends for a while and you have gone all this back and forth, I think you should speak to him and just be like, look, we're friends and I don't want to mess up this, this thing we have, this friendship that we have. So we need to like either do it or don't. Although now
hmm
that I say that out loud, I'm just like, I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if that's the right call.
I land
It's
too.
I'm just like I don't want to be toxic, but I just feel like sometimes when men need a little like metaphorical spanking, the best thing to do is ignore them and then they start acting right. But again, that's the let me do this. Let me do this. Let me offer you a toxic and a non-toxic option. The
Okay.
toxic way to do it would be to ignore him and have him come running and be like, "What's going on?" And then you could just be like, yeah, like you were being super hot and cold and that just turned me off a little bit, so I pulled back, but I'm ready to give it another go if you are. Or you could sit him down and be like, your behavior is turning me off and I don't want to hate you because you're my friend. So can you tell me like how you're feeling? That you could do that. Then
hmm
again, you are putting the ball in his court, which I don't like to do when you ask someone like, "Oh, how are you feeling?" Like I always think it's good to come in and be like, "Look, I want this," because then you have the power, right? So you could say, "Look, your behavior is like turning me off a little bit. You're hot and cold. You're game playing, and I don't appreciate that because we are friends." You should say, "I want to go on another date. Do you want to do that?" And then you'll have your answer. So I've given you two options, and you can choose which one you think will better work for his personality.
Yeah. No, that is helpful. I think trying to be a little less toxic as well, so probably worth the
Yeah.
communication.
I know. And what's annoying is and nobody come for me because I'm not in the mood today. What's annoying is sometimes that just works. Like I'm
Yeah.
sorry, cuff me, take me away, take me to toxic girl jail. Sometimes like ignoring a boy for a little bit really fucking works. And it helps you like get your mojo back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they respond to the lack of interaction sometimes more than like being scolded for their behavior.
Exactly. Like men when men are scolded, they get really like weird. That's
Yeah.
just my opinion and my experience. Sometimes you can like cold shoulder them a little bit and then they come and then you can have the talk. But you know this guy best. You know yourself and like how you work. So I think somewhere in all of the advice that I've given you is your perfect answer, and you have to decide what's right for you and this guy. And again, it's complicated because you're going to see him. He's your friend. He's a coworker. There's a lot. So just see how you feel and figure out what of the weird, all the stuff that I said works for you.
Yeah, that's helpful. Well, thank you, Tinx.
Of course. Sorry that was a bit jumbled, but
No,
I think
well,
you'll be okay.
wish you better luck on your sleep journey as well.
Thank you. Thank you, my
I
love.
would say
Thanks.
my advice there would actually be also, if you haven't already, the Alice like chocolate, like the mushroom
Oh,
chocolates, are
okay.
fantastic. As someone who also has really hard time sleeping, so
Okay. Cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm going to try those.
all right,
I
thank
usually, I
you.
usually take mushrooms for a different reason. But anyway, lots of love.
Yeah,
Thank you for
exactly.
calling.
Bye.
Bye, babe. Yeah, I'm really not in the mood to have anyone call me and be like, don't be toxic. It's not good. If you are a woman and you live on planet Earth, you know that sometimes just giving someone the silent treatment for a few days will get them right. Okay. So that's just my opinion. That's my opinion.